Records completely, and it continues to tumble for Team India. Records are being broken time and time again, but against Team India, which we rarely see nowadays in international cricket. But I have three of us with me: Jian, Orko, and Gurpal Paji. Welcome to the show. India versus South Africa, second test in Guwahati. Can India level the series? Because I think I'll come straight away to Jian, because I think amongst the four of us,
Mhm.
amongst our group, he was the only one who said that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a clean sweep for India. And he certainly predicted a one each at the beginning of the series, while some of us, were very confident of a 2-0. Straight away come to you. Did the performance at the Eden Garden surprise you, Jian?
Not at all. I mean, see, it's not just India's failure over here. It is about how South Africa came back and showed why they are the WTC defending champions. And I think they have not lost a test. I think in the last 11 or 12 matches now. And Temba Bavuma has. No, I think they have lost one. I think Temba Bavuma has not lost
Yeah, in
as
the
a
last
captain yet.
11 matches, Bavuma has
He is
won just one.
undefeated. So I think it's a phenomenal effort from them. I mean, against the odds, they haven't won a test. They hadn't won a test match here in the longest times. I think almost maybe I was just a year old when the last time they even won a test match here. And I think it's a phenomenal effort from them. And they played as a group. And yeah, worrying signs for India definitely, because a lot of experiments I see, a lot of changes in the batting order, and some forced changes also going into the second test, with the captain
Yep.
himself being almost on the verge of being ruled out due to enforced injury. So I think another player in the form of Sai Sudarshan or Devdutt Padikkal would be coming in. I mean, you don't get too many chances there. No, there are a lot of questions here and there. Yeah.
Absolutely, plenty of questions needs to be answered. You recommend a couple of players, and first thing first, I'll make it official at the moment. We just got a confirmation that Shubman Gill has been ruled out of the second test. Rishabh Pant has been announced as the captain because he's been the vice captain. I think sensible decision, Paji, because that's not easy to recover from that neck injury.
Definitely, the medical team would have checked upon everything, each and everything, and seeing the future tour program as well, like ODI series, and the important World Cup is also there.
Correct.
So there's
Absolutely.
no point risking, because that injury was certain. Like he was not able to bat in the same day, never came
Yeah.
back for a test. He was hospitalized and in the ICU. So we can understand the extent of the injury. I guess wise call has been taken.
Absolutely, wise call has been taken, but now comes the headache, Paji, because who replaces him? We understand Nitish Kumar Reddy is coming back to the squad. He has joined the squad. He is a right-hander, which is a good news, to be honest. But are you going back to either of Sai Sudarshan or Padikkal, or are you looking into the domestic circuit of either of any of the right-handers who are available? Ruturaj Gaikwad, Abhimanyu Ishwaran. We are tired of saying about his name, but he has not been in the best of forms. Are you giving another chance, one more chance to cricket for Karun Nair? Is it anybody else?
I guess as of now, two names you have already spoken: Rituraj Gaikwad, who is in tremendous form, and Karun Nair. And I guess both of them, either of them, deserves a chance. So because it's always better benefit to play a player when he's in form rather than
Mhm.
when he's out of form. Then you
Yeah,
play,
that's
or
true.
so if they are both are in hot form, then why not? We need a right hander in the top order. Earlier we used to see about we don't have left hander. Now we have so many left handers in our
Correct.
test 11 that we deadly want a right hander. So I guess it would be Ruturaj Gaikwad. I guess I would hope, because since he's coming from good ODI form as well, and he's a number three player or like that, who's a playmaker kind of player, कि जिसको शॉट्स भी खेलने हैं और गेम को चलाना है. तो आई गेस एज ऑफ नाउ करंट फॉर्म ऋतुराज गायकवाड को द वोट जाता है ज़्यादा.
Okay, Ruturaj Gaikwad, according to you, and coming to you, Orko, because you and me being a Bengali, we pretty much understand how it feels special to host an international match. After 6 years, Eden Gardens got the opportunity to host a test match. And thoughts on the surface, first of all, because clear cut after the match, it was said that it wasn't Shujan Mukherjee, the pitch curator, who was to be blamed. It wasn't the Cricket Association of Bengal who was to be blamed. It was the Indian management who demanded this kind of a wicket. Your thought process, because we are looking to play rank turners after rank turners, but ourselves, our own batters are getting exposed. Is that the right approach?
Well, of course, history is what speaks for itself. If you perform well in a place, that's when you can actually back that place. And when you're seeing that they're having a traditional problem with spin, especially batting in such conditions, I think you should not continue going with that. And with the kind of abilities we have, I think even if you put a flat track, we certainly would find a way out and win a game. So I don't see the compulsion as to why you need to put a rank turner out there. We still have enough, abilities and enough sources in our bowling and our batting to deal with South Africa, even if it is not that much of a rank turner. But again, contrasting statements. Sujan Mukherjee. I mean, with due respect to the curator of such an artistic or big stadium, but he has always
Yeah.
not been a man of his words. He often says that I
Correct.
don't prepare pitches according to what the management tells me. He said the same in the IPL, but now people are saying that it's the Indian team or the management wanted it. We don't know who is the truthful person or who is lying over here. So, of course, instead of discussing, we just need to find our way out. And I think the only solution is to watch at what's happening. And when you're seeing that you're struggling in the spin friendly tracks, why not just bring in a proper competitive track which assists both batters and bowlers?
Okay, that is true, but we also have world class seamers in this side. I don't understand in Indian soil why Gian we do not look into green top surface because we have Siraj, we have Bumrah. We unfortunately are not being able to see the class of Mohammad Shami in the side. He's not being able to come into the side. Akashdeep is there. So many fantastic seamers. Can't we have a green top surface in Indian soil?
I think, during the 2013 to 2023 year period where we were, dominant and where we hardly even lost test matches. I think around 4 or 5 test matches we have lost in that period. And if you see, they were those proper, no, I would not say exact green top wickets, but they were proper wickets where seamers had something. Seamers, yes, used to swing with the likes of Ishan Sharma, Mohammad Shami, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar used to swing the ball quite a bit. I think we should prepare such kind of wickets where India used to score 550, 600 at one point. I think they scored even 700 in the 2016-17 against England, the Karun Nair triple hundred. So I think we need such kind of pitches. I mean, this is like I don't know, but see, this the thing is with these kind of pitches is if we lose the toss, we are unable to play spin. And South Africa, of course, are a very good side, and they have good spinners. Keshav Maharaj, of course, a very good underrated spinner. Simon Harmer came back into the test side and creating a havoc, and our
What a
batsmen are
comeback!
unable
What a
to read
comeback!
him. And absolutely, at the age of 36, 37, a player making a comeback into a side, I think it's a phenomenal thing. I think then you shouldn't even prepare such type of pitches. Only when you can, change targets. Where before also, where India used to get around 150, 160, or 180 target on Indian pitches, we used to chase. I think in one of the Border Gavaskar trophies, I think India chased down, I think 140 or 150 target in Bengaluru. So I think we need such
Mhm.
kind of pitches where the pitch plays even in the fourth, even in the when you if you bat fourth. So yeah,
Absolutely, you need to bat well, and it doesn't matter because toss is never in your hands, Paji, and that's where I come to, especially the two openers of India. One is very experienced KL Rahul, while the other we talk about explosiveness at the top, but numbers are not speaking, especially in Indian soil. They need to convert their starts into a big one, especially Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Jaiswal has a. I guess this was the first test he had a bad luck of because he has not performed well against South Africa and similarly against the same South African opponent and he didn't perform in the couple of innings. Unlucky to be dismissed and he got a good ball in the second innings and first inning also the wicket played a bit part because under edge got bowled. Even the dismissal of KL Rahul because he was trying to go for the shot at that bounce the way Markham got out against Bumrah. It was kind of a that kind of a
Correct.
ball. So with this pitch, I cannot blame my openers, but definitely, if this continues, then it will be cause of concern, and then you might have to look out for somewhere else if this same thing continued.
Absolutely, it definitely has to. But now, as we know, Orko, that Rishabh Pant is the captain. He has extra responsibilities up his shoulders. Can he continue to play that natural game of his, or take more responsibility, play a little bit of safer minded cricket?
Well, I think he knows adaptability. He's a very situational player, and I think he would know what to do at the right time. If it's needed to attack or play his natural game, he'll do that. And if required, he can knock the ball around and try to stay in the crease. And he definitely knows his role in the side as a batter, and now as a captain, he knows it a little more better. So I think the kind of experience and abilities he comes with, he will do whatever is needed at that particular point of time.
Absolutely, he will certainly do that. But what about the South African bowlers? What a spell that was from Simon Harmer, coming after the drinks break, Gian, and then bowling that spell, taking all the left-handers he had up his sleeve, and also the likes of Keshav Maharaj, Corbin Bosch. He was late. He was included late in the side because Kagiso Rabada was ruled out. It was sensational performance from South Africa.
See, I don't know how many of you all must have noticed, but Simon Hammer more or less reminds me, his height, body, and bowling action reminds me of Graham Swan back in 2011-12 series. Yeah, quite a lot of resemblance, quite a same technique of bowling and all, pretty simple, but unplayable deliveries a lot. And when you see around 6-7, he bowled the starting 6-7 overs, he conceded 3 or 4 runs, and out of which he knew what he was doing. He knew like what the captain needed him to do, and exactly he delivered, and he delivered those wickets at the right time. And yeah, I think talk about a comeback. I mean, Ashwin retired at the age of 37, and here we have Simon Armour making a comeback into the test side at the age of 36, 37. So I think it sums up. I think you need
And
such you need
that's
such
pretty much sums up, and that's the way he performed, and he was looking so hungry. That shows the passion, how badly he wanted to return to the South African side, Gian. But similarly, Paji, big question I want to ask you, and this is a very important one: who bats at number three for India in the second test?
No, depend upon the selection. If if they're going to want to play Sai Sudarshan or Devendra Patel, then I guess either of them will definitely be batting at
Then
number
who
three.
bats at four? Then, like, if you're saying either of them, who takes up Gill's spot?
The fourth, I guess, fourth you can promote Jurel at number four or Rishabh Pant at number. But I guess Jurel should be at number four. Rishabh Pant can play at five, being a captain. Because first of all, we have to see what will the final 11. Accordingly, we'll decide the number three. If Sai Sudarshan or DDP is playing, they will be taking the number three spot.
And are you
And
once again expecting a rank turner in Guwahati?
mm,
I think it will definitely turn not a rank turner because the World Cup has also just a women's World Cup has got completed, so pitch might have got beating and apart from the rank turner, there's another thing which we have to see the 9 a.m. start. So that means
Yeah,
1.5 9 a.m. to 10:30 there will be moisture, there will be more swing, there will be more help for the
100%.
faster bowlers. So I guess what that will impact the pitch, how that early start will impact the pitch that we have to see because when there's
100%. I absolutely agree with
early
this.
start moisture, spinner also get in help in during the when there's a moisture on the wicket. Ball
Absolutely.
tends to
This is
hold up.
something different, and Guwahati is hosting their first test match. And this is something different when we talk about the session breaks. Session one will have the tea break of 20 minutes, where the session two will have the lunch break. Quite extraordinary. Have you ever imagined this happening, Orko?
Well, of course, it depends upon the weather. In certain places in India or the world, you would, have to make such adjustments, especially when it's a venue where Test cricket is a little bit new. So I think it's fun. It's obviously going to be something everyone would be ready to watch for, especially the ones who turn up, in the stadium in Guwahati. So I think definitely these are certain adjustments which players have to make according to the weather. And given the fact that they're international players, I think they will just ace the task.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe, Paji, it is going to be a red soil wicket in Guwahati because they generally have a red soil surface. That's where I think Akshar Patel might come out to be handy.
Definitely, it would be red soil wicket again. The outfield will be lightning fast, and they would be due as well, overnight due as well. So both the things we have to see. And the 9 a.m. start. 9 a.m. start means
Yeah,
there will be some dew on the grass as well because when you have a 9:30 a.m. start, and it's eastern part where the sun drops
Mhm.
early and night is a longer night duration. So it would be interesting to see how this the test match will be because I guess your fast bowlers will be more effective with a new ball and
100%, especially in the first session.
yes, obviously first session and even the last session as well when the light ends fade lights end, so then also fast bowler will be very effective. And if a red soil wicket, reverse swing will definitely be on the cards here as well. And spinners will get faster turn and bounce in the red soil. Plus, batsmen will also enjoy
Absolutely,
this.
there will be extra bounce,
Even
100%
the
about that.
batsman will
But
enjoy this wicket because on the red soil you have a show, you can play on the rise as well. There's a value for shots as well. So now we have to see. I
true,
hope
true.
this is not a rank turner. It could be it should be a normal wicket. It lasts for
It
five
could
days.
be a ranked runner, but I hope it's after the day three. That's the traditional way of Indians. So I think first 3 days
With
should
the
belong to the
because
batters and the
with the
steamers.
rank turner, your spin quality is far better than any other team in the world.
But you
So with the rank
yourself cannot play spin. That's going to be also a very big
so
question.
with the rank turner, what happens? Maharaj, Harmer, they also get more bite and purchase. So that is fine, and you know your conditions better than the South African bowlers. So if they will slight of turn, that will help Indian spinners more rather than the South African spinners because they don't know, they don't bowl here day in day out. They don't know what speeds to
Correct,
bowl,
correct. We
what
know
length to bowl.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And despite having four spinners, we couldn't win the game at the Eden Gardens, which was a ranked turner, where Washington Sundar just pulled one over in the entire Test match. Huge questions needs to be answered, and this is certainly a very important one. Orko, over to you in terms of answering this one.
Well, of course, there are again two ways of looking at it. Should it be the end or not? We are no one to say. But would it be? I doubt. I mean, I still believe that they'll give him a longer run. And of course, in India, we don't usually see split coaching or split captaincy. I mean, split captaincy is just around the corner, but split coaching, not so much. So I think he would be given a longer run, purely looking at his white ball credentials. Though it's a different format, they may want to thrive with him, continue with him. But yes, questions will be already on the rise. It's already on the rise. It will be even worse if the loss, turns up actually and we lose the series. But we're losing against a big team, the defending WTC champions. So if you look at it that way, maybe they would avoid a bit of slack. So time will tell.
Yeah, that is true, but they are the WTC champions. But if India managed to lose the series, which means that I'm not looking into a draw in this one, which means another clean sweep, back-to-back clean sweeps in India. Last it was Kiwis, this time it's South Africa. Your thoughts, Jian? Can India, by any chance, like Gautam Gambhir especially, can he get away from that all-rounders approach of having multiple all-rounders in the 11? Because at one stage, especially in the Kohli Shastri era, we always had six proper batters and five proper bowlers, which includes Ravindra Jadeja and Ashwin. Can we think about that more than this one?
See, in Test cricket, if you remember, you need Test specialist players playing in the 11 at least. More than half the squad has to be Test specialist. Back then, we had,
Correct.
the likes of Shikhar Dhawan opening with there was Rohit Sharma, Shikhar Dhawan, then there was Virat Kohli,
Pujara.
Cheteshwar Pujara. There was a huge line of Ajinkya Rahane. They all were Test specialist players, and they knew how to handle Test cricket and take how to take the momentum ahead. Now, this entire test squad, more than half the side looks like a T20 squad with Nitish Kumar Reddy, Akshar Patel. Yes, he's been playing test cricket, but again, they are mostly all all format players. We have the likes of Washington Sundar, who is again a test player. Sorry, a T20 player. T20 player, not hasn't played much of ODIs. Now is
But we
being shifted
I
into
don't
ODIs.
think so. We will nowadays we will see an Cheteshwar Pujara or anybody like an Ravichandran Ashwin who just focuses on white ball. We will see all format players coming into all formats.
Yeah, see, we will be coming that, but the thing is, see, right now he is been recruiting all the IPL kind of players, into the squad, and it is difficult to adapt from a T20 style of play to a Test match style of play. But yeah, as I said, if you cannot if you see, we understand it takes time. It's a transition, but you can take those kind of test specialists from the Ranji Trophy squad. We have a lot of potential in the domestic, in the likes of Sarfaraz Khan, the likes of
Yeah.
Abhimanyu Iswaran, Ruturaj Gaikwad. Take them, experiment. If you want to experiment with these guys. We will have no issues. Then go on and lose games. We will have no questions. At least there is a change in process. There is a change in the system. We know that something is going on and they are trying in something. I mean, you look at the number three slot. The number three slot has been changed at least 9 to 10 times under Gautam
Correct.
Gambhir's era.
Yeah, yeah.
Where these kind of experiments aren't working. You promote Washington Sundar is played at number 8 once and suddenly is played to play at number 3. The role completely shifts. I mean, see, he's a very talented and a quality player, and according to me, in the last, I think, a year and a half, he's been the most consistent player in the Test team, and he's been doing everything possible.
I think he should have been given the ball quite a number of times. He's bowled 1 over in the entire Test match.
See, this is the point. Even with Nitish Kumar Reddy, if you see even in ODIs or T20s or Test matches, also we don't understand certain players' roles. Like you play Nitish Kumar Reddy in the squad, you don't give him enough of bowling. You play him at number seven, number eight. You want to experiment, get these players promoted up the order. You don't know. Play Jurel at number four. Play Nitish Kumar Reddy at number five, and then you see what it is. Maybe get Jadeja below because Jadeja has played at number seven and number eight a lot of times. Akshar
Yeah,
Patel also.
he's
So
a
we have
safe
that
batter.
batting
He
depth
can
as
bat
well.
as low as you can. Correct. I absolutely agree.
Definitely,
When Paji
and
said about
give
Jurel
runs
batting at 4,
and
you
give
are
runs.
saying with
See, and give runs to these players. If a player is being playing at number three, Sai Sudarshan being dropped after a brilliant 87, 88 runs, you cannot drop a player who has got a few runs, and suddenly you're telling him you are not playing in the next game. Play him 4 5 matches and see how it goes. Karun Nair
and
has
that's
been given.
exactly I was about to come. Karun Nair, the entire England tour, he played 3 6 innings, and I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, and that's where I come to back to you, Paji, talking about the combination of the side. Critics are one man has definitely answered to the critics when he has been said that Bumrah is not required on Indian soil. What a magnificent Test match he had with the ball at the Eden Gardens.
Yeah, definitely. It's not that the Bumrah is not required in the. If we are playing like the turning tracks or a spinning wickets, when you have Ashwin and Jadeja, you definitely don't need a no need a Bumrah because one or the either a Jadeja or Ashwin will take a fifer in one inning and other one will support. So that 8 to 10 wickets were always on the cards. You don't need your fast bowler, express fast bowler because those two were more than because Ashwin used to bowl with the new ball as well. Then Jadeja used to bowl with the old
In the
ball.
second
So
innings, yeah.
your bowling was sorted, and they also used to contribute with the runs as well, both Ashwin and Jadeja. So, but yes, I know Bumrah is a champion bowler, and we see how he can bowl with the SG ball, red ball, and his reverse swing. But he's different kind of a bowler. He can make the ball talk when he's in full flow and in proper rhythm. So there's no doubt. Had Bumrah played lots of Test matches in India, he would have gone past 300 wickets by now. By now, but now since he also loves to play Test cricket. He's a desire. So definitely play him in this Test, and definitely you can rest him for the ODI like
Yeah,
because
you
since
can certainly rest a few players for the ODIs, but we certainly
and since
need to
South
win
Africa is a
this.
champion team, so you cannot think of resting Bumrah now. You cannot
Absolutely, you
think of
cannot
that.
take them. You thought about being a little bit
No,
overconfident in the first
these are
test,
the
and you
12 points.
backfired.
These 12 points we want because this is the last test match we'll be playing in India in this year. Next year you will be playing in Sri Lanka and New Zealand. Then 2027 you have 5 test matches against Australia. So by then you should know what you need to do against the Australians. How many test match you want to win, or what should be the score
Correct.
like to qualify for the
And
WTC.
that's where I said that losing at home has never been on the cards for India, but lately we have been doing that. We are suffering defeats at home. But what about the players to watch out for? Must win game. I'm going for Ravindra Jadeja and Rishabh Pant for India. I'm going for Aiden Markram and Keshav Maharaj for South Africa. Orko, anything different? Are you going for Yashasvi Jaspal, where Paji said that he's in scoring runs against the Proteas?
Well, again, the pitch depends. Actually decides a lot of things for players like Jaswal. If it's a traditional Guwahati track where a lot of runs are scored, then Jaswal would feast on them. I mean, it takes entire bowling attack out of the equation, and Jaswal would just accumulate as beautifully as he used to do. So I think in that case, Jaswal would certainly fire. I hope he does because it's an important test. But apart from that, Jadeja, he's a veteran, a test specialist with the bat, with the ball. He's in form as well. He'll be crucial for this team's proceedings. Rishabh Pant, with the responsibility of captaincy, again becomes a very crucial cog in the tank. And in South Africa, of course, Aiden Markram leads from the front, gives a bit of bowling if needed, a lot of experience and form as well. Keshav Maharaj is again the leader of the spin attack. And as we can't miss out on someone like Simon Harbour, I think these are the players for South Africa who would actually decide a lot of things for them in this particular game. But it will be tough for India. I mean, no matter what the pitch would be, I think South Africa is a very spirited side led by a captain, who is held here, holding the team up in high esteem. Even Dale Steyn was saying that, Temba doesn't get the kind of recognition or praise which he deserves even back home.
100%.
Yeah, and it's
100%.
good
I
that now
absolutely agree.
he's getting the recognition that he actually deserves. Or actually deserved from a pretty long time, to be honest.
Absolutely, he's quietly been doing a fabulous job for South Africa, and winning test matches after test matches. It ended the curse, you might say, in winning an ICC trophy. And what about the predicted 11? Questions may rise for India especially, and I'm going for a Sai Sudarshan at number 3, Dhruv Jurel at 4, while the rest of the players pick themselves. I'm slotting Sundar down the order. Continuing with the four spinners thing, and while everything rest of the players pick themselves. Certainly, eager to know your thoughts, Jihan. Are you going with the same 11 of India first?
Yeah, definitely. It's just a force change here. You just Sai or
So you're
Sai
continuing
Sudarshan.
with
I
the
think
left-hander, extra left-hander in the side.
yes, see, it's no point getting David Padikkal again inside. Like he's not been playing. Like he, I don't remember the last time he played a test long back okay for India. So I think play Sai Sudarshan. He's had a good hand in against West Indies, and I think let him continue. I think he did well against England also. I mean, fine average against England, but found his momentum against West Indies. So I think yeah, continue him, and I think rest of the squad I think remains the same. I don't see any other change other than this.
Okay, no other changes. Nine out of the top nine, Paji, just two right-handers as the only concerning part. Are you sticking with that?
I guess NKR, we could see NKR Nitish Kumar Reddy in either in place of Akshay Patel or Washington Sundar.
Okay. I
I
think Washington Sundar would be better because of red soil wicket and Akshay Patel having
because
a good
NKR
familiarity.
would definitely have a role to play with a early morning start, and well, he could chip in a couple of overs as well and can give a break to Siraj or Bumrah whenever it is required. So I get that wicket because that will be again east side Guwahati winters are setting almost set up.
Mhm.
So I guess NKR would be have a definitely would have a role to play. So that is the only
Okay,
change
Nitish
for
Kumar
all
Reddy
five.
should have a role to play. Here comes a question from Rishik says, my question to Gurpal Paji is that should we stick with the same 11 or go to one specialist batter in place of an all-rounder whom we don't bowl at all? That is Washington Sundar is referring towards. I think that's a fair enough question. One specialist batter, because if you look into this 11, including Sai Sudarshan, we just have 4 to 5 specialist batters till Ravindra Jadeja. Can we have one more extra additional batter in place of Washington Sundar?
I guess Washi will play. I think, and if NKR has to come, he will come in place of Akshay Patel.
But that's an
Washi will be.
all-rounder again. Do you think NKR will not bowl at all?
But then we have to see if they brought in a Jadej or Ruturaj or a Karun Nair or Sarfraz, then definitely I will play one of them. Definitely.
Okay, so if an replacement
We have
comes
to
in of
see
either
what
of
the
the right-handers,
replacement of Superman Gill is. If they brought in Ruturaj Gaikwad or any right-hander from domestic, so I will definitely go with
then
that.
that person straight away comes into the 11. Fair enough. I like this idea. Specialist batter comes in place of a Sundar. Thanks a lot, Richik, for that question. Orko, over to you. Your thoughts on India, then moving on to South Africa's 11.
Well, I think Sai Sudarshan, as Jihan rightly said, he's been in and around the side. When he's not been too distant, someone like a Padikkal, I think it will be only fair to back him. And the example set by a team is also something that matters. I mean, he's performed well in the recent past, and to suddenly sideline him was not fair in my opinion. But now that someone has brought an enforced change kind of a situation, I think Sai Sudarshan walks into the side. But again, on a tactical standpoint, if we don't have right-handers, of course, someone like a Sarfaraz or maybe Gaikwad, as Paji said, also would make absolute sense. And too many, all-rounders, taking the place of specialist batters and bowlers is a concern which many have highlighted. So I would be okay with any change. But if you look at it, recency bias of sort, then I think I would prefer Sudarshan.
Sudarshan into 11 in place of Gill as of now, you're saying. And just like Paji mentioned late, if any right-handers come as the replacement, who is he replacing? Is it Sundar?
Well, I think Sundar for me. I mean, because he's not even bowling too often. I don't know why, but he's not bowling too often. So I'll back Akshar because the surface would perhaps suit him a little better. So Sundar would be the one who would make way for a proper right-hander if any is available.
Okay, and if available, Kagiso Rabada straight away comes into 11 in place of Corbin Bosch?
Absolutely. I mean, again, a specialist seamer, the leader of the attack, you can't keep him away from the game if he's available. So if Rabada comes in the mix, I think regardless of the pitch, he would certainly play for South Africa. Otherwise, the rest of the team would largely stay the same.
Absolutely. If no Rabada, they've got a Lungi Ngidi into the side as well. Maybe he comes in for Bosch, but I think Bosch performed really well. There's nothing Rabada is not fit. I think Bosch continues into the side. Will the trauma of 93 all out come away from India? Before I come to you for predictions, over to you, Paji.
So, what I want to add with Kuldeep getting better of both Rickelton and Zorzi. They are the
Mhm.
two left-handers in the South African side. So I don't think we need Boshi. We can always replace Boshi with a proper batsman because Kuldeep will
Absolutely.
handle the left-handers of South Africa. Not much more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This I really like this thought process of having an extra batter into the side, which gives us because we're thinking of 20 wickets, but we're forgetting that we are unable to cross 200 past 200 in both the innings we played the India Gardens. Trauma of 93, Gian, will that be overcome by the men in blue, and can they turn it around in the second test? Your percentage for
Yeah,
the second test?
going to be a bit harsh over here. I feel it's going to be a clean sweep to South Africa because they are looking dominant, they are looking fiery, and it's not about just recovering from a 93 all-out loss. We had overcome a loss from a 13-36 all-out in Adelaide, and then winning the Test series in Australia. But
Correct.
that if you remember that Test team, that young team also who took in charge with Washington Sundar, Natarajan,
Mhm.
Shardul Thakur, or whoever you want to name, Cheteshwar Pujara, Rohit coming into the test side. I think that was a dominant side. I think who showed spirited character. Here, yes, we have those characters, but I think just we don't have that spark and energy right now in the squad. And playing against a quality South African side who's just looking to win games and looking to win matches is looking a bit difficult. But yeah, I would say a 70-30 to South Africa as of now.
70-30 to South Africa were playing away from home the second test. Guwahati hosting the first test match, and Gian says it's not going to be a happy
I hope
hunting
I'm
ground.
wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Absolutely. Everyone hopes that you're wrong, hopefully. But Paji, coming to you, if India once again bats in the fourth innings, what is the maximum target you will be confident India can chase? And similarly, after that, your percentage, please.
So, as Jehan mentioned about that famous 36 all-out test, after that Virat Kohli went home. Now we don't have Shubman Gill. The captain who was responsible, who scored a magnificent century at MCG. So here we have two homeboys as well, adopted home, Dhruv Jurel, Yashasvi Jaiswal, adopted home of Rajasthan Royal. I guess this team will come back. They always bounce back, as we've seen in England on many occasions. So
We
I'm
hope
hoping
that
for
Gian is wrong.
no, it's not about him wrong. Well, he's
No, no,
saying from his opinion. His
it's
opinion is
about him
also
wrong
correct.
for the betterment of Indian cricket,
Yeah,
and he
no,
certainly
I'm not
knows
saying
that. Yeah.
he's making himself him wrong because he's just giving his own, what he's seeing, what he has seen of Indian team. Maybe he's saying if India loses the toss because that is what happening, and
Yeah,
we
India and
end up
toss.
chasing
My God.
190 or 150 above. Then again, same situation will be there. I guess every day will not be Sunday. So definitely,
So
I'm
you're
looking for
saying, what is the target you're going to be confident if India chase in the fourth
So
innings?
I'm saying in the last match itself, up- all said and done, we played Simon Hammer poorly. We didn't use
Yeah.
our feet at all. We didn't dominated their spinners. We didn't attack their spinners. We just neither rotated a strike nor attacked them. So आप उनको अगर allow करोगे एक जगह बॉल डालने का तो फिर एक बॉल पे तो आपका नाम लिखा हुआ है. So that's what happened. That's what happened. Because when Rishabh Pant was looking clueless, so that means what message he was sending to the dressing room.
Mhm.
And again, Washi would have batted at number 8, his customary position, he would have handy because he has those strokes.
He
He
and
can play
Bapu would have maybe won us the game.
against the
What?
turn as well. Yeah. So again, I'm saying even a 190, India can chase. This team has it in to chase
Okay.
190, even to
And
190.
your
I can say
percentage?
70-30 to India.
70-30 to India, bang opposite of what India says, Gian says. I'm sorry for that. Pressure on you, Orko. Which side are you heading towards?
Well, I would want to sound as diplomatic as I can because, of course, both of their point of views are excellent. I mean, if you look at form, if you look at recency, confidence, then definitely South Africa have the upper hand. But it's just that, some players or, players who play under a certain coach like Gambhir bring the best out of themselves when the chips are down. And, psychologically, that someone is knocking at the door of, exiting from the team as a coach as people are putting a lot of
Correct.
pressure. So if that brings the best out of them, like it happened in the England too, then maybe the boys might just come with a very spirited performance, and I hope that happens. So if I had to give a percentage, I'll still rate India winning this one, but not by a fair distance, maybe a 55-45 in favor of India.
Oh, you're going just towards the men in blue by a whisker. So that's the thought process of both of you, all three of you. Gian is still confident of a 70-30 for South Africa. He expects a clean sweep, but we all hope that he's proven wrong, and even he hopes so for that. Paji and Orko says that India might level the series, and we desperately need that to get better in the WTC points table as well. Plenty of new things will come up in the Guwahati test, starting with the session breaks because it's going to be a tea break followed by a lunch break, early morning start as well. Get up, grab a coffee, and because not only it's India, it's the Ashes as well that's going to kickstart to run very, very soon. So be ready for that. Blockbuster cricket matches are on the cards. Cricket lovers, you have a morning sorted as well. Thanks a lot, three of you. Thanks to all the viewers for watching this video. It's India and it's South Africa's second test, all the way from the Bursapara Cricket Stadium. Till then, thank you so much and bye bye.